about doing. But with some tricks of the trade, a list of tools that you'll need, this will be a project that you'll be able to tackle on your own. So let's get started. There are two ways to build a concrete block wall. One is a dry stack application. The other, and the one we're going to look at here today, is a mortar joint application. We're going to use Sakrete Type S mortar, and we're going to build this small block wall. When building a concrete block wall, the most important part of the job is building a good foundation. If your foundation isn't done correctly, you're wasting your time and your money. This foundation is poured with Sakrete high strength concrete mix. You'll notice that what I have here is an 8-inch by 8-inch by 16-inch long block. A foundation should always be twice the width of your block. In this case, my block is 8 inches wide, so my foundation right here is 16 inches wide. When I set this block, it will be right in the center of my foundation to evenly distribute the load. The next most important thing beside the foundation is setting your corner block. You always build your wall starting from the corner. If the corner block is set incorrectly, the rest of the wall is going to be crooked. So it is critical to make sure that your first block is set straight and set level. Before starting any kind of project like this, make certain that you check with your local planning department to determine the proper specifications for building walls and footers in the area where you live. This foundation is 16 inches wide, our block is 8 inches wide. Since we're going to have 4 blocks along here that are 16 inches long, that's 64 inches. This block is actually 3/8 of an inch shy of a 16-inch block. The reason for that is to allow for a 3/8 mortar joint. So that if you want to put 4 of these block down, which are going to be 64 inches long, we've made this footer 72 inches long. That's going to give us 4 inches of space from this edge to where the block will start. It's going to give us 4 inches from this edge to where the block will start, and the same over here. You want your block to be dead center on your foundation. So I'm going to measure in 4 inches like here, and I'm going to make a mark, and I'm going to come in 4 inches here, and I'm going to make a mark, and then I know that my block needs to start right there. When you begin construction of your wall, even though you have a foundation, you begin by placing a mortar bed. Now, our foundation is level. However, you're going to need mortar on the bottom to ensure that your blocks are level and to provide a bed, something for it to stick to. This concrete is hardened. This was from several days ago. Now, as I said, it is critical that this be level. So I have a level. And when you check, typically one end will be higher than the other. And what you want to do then is tap it into place. In this case, I'm just going to push down a little bit on this end because this end was a little bit higher than the other. Check your level. Make certain that your bubble is right in the middle. Okay, our corner block is now in place. And you'll notice that this block is perfectly flat on this end. You always want to use a flat block like that for the corner. The next block we're going to use, you can see here, the ends here are raised slightly. It's not flat like the end block. All of the center blocks, we're going to use a block just like this with raised ends. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to put mortar on the ends. Don't be afraid to use too much mortar. Too much is better than not enough. Because when you push, the excess will simply come out. And you can use it. It's not going to be wasted. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I need to tamp it into place. I'm going to take my level and I'm going to make certain that I'm keeping my level line. If it's high in one place, simply tap it down. Push it down into the mortar bed. You can use a hammer or you can use the end of the trowel. What we're doing here now, you can see this block is only 8 inches by 8 inches by 8 inches because we're right at the end of our wall. We only have an 8-inch space. Now you can cut your own block. You can take and score it, hit it with a chisel, or you can buy these. I personally prefer this method.